Hello YouTube friends, it's Johnny the PIEV guy. Thanks for tuning back into my channel. So the idea for today's video came from one of my viewers. They were wondering, how does Autopilot handle the back country roads in Prince Edward Island? Now I live in a rural area and I thought this was a great idea since there are many back narrow country roads. Come on, I'll come show you an example. So here's a great example of one of our rural country roads of Prince Edward Island. As you can see, just one center lane in the middle there, with two lanes going in opposite direction, not very much room at all. And then the actual shoulder, there is no shoulder of the road. As you can see, we go right on from the pavement right onto the dirt. So let's take the car up and around the roads here and see how Autopilot handles it. Now to be honest, I don't use Autopilot all that often since I love driving. The only time I really use it is if I'm in traffic in town. I'll let the car drive and navigate around through traffic. So let's go to my Autopilot settings now. And just when I'm on Autopilot, I've got it relative to the speed limit. I'm going to put it to absolute. Let's give the car the benefit of the doubt here. And I've got my collision warning and everything all set up and everything else on. Okay, let's go for a drive. Okay, so I found a nice twisty backcountry road here in rural Prince Edward Island. I'm going to engage Autopilot and see how she goes. Here we go. Coming up to the speed limit there, nice. Seems to be handling it no problem. I'm going to increase the speed limit a little bit. See if it can still handle it. We've got a nice big turn coming up here. Let's see how it goes. Seems to be a bit of a lag. It hugs the center line a little bit, but otherwise no problem. I find it's interesting that it's kind of favoring the left side towards the center line and not the edge of the road. But it seems to have no trouble, obviously, interpreting the center line and the edge of the road. It thinks the edge of the road is the shoulder or a line maybe. Slows down a little bit as we take that turn. Again, no problem. Sees the twists and the turns. No problem. Reminded me to go back down to under the speed limit, so I get, or to the speed limit, so we'll keep doing that. For those wondering, I have hardware computer 2.5. We didn't get the upgrade to hardware to the 3.0 computer since we don't have full self-driving. I just have the standard Autopilot that came with the car. Got some construction here. I'll slow down the car. That was a pretty sharp turn. It was no problem. All right, disengaging Autopilot. So as we were just testing the Autopilot on the rural back roads here, we passed by this dirt road, and that gave me an idea. Will Autopilot work on a dirt road? There's only one way to find out. And as you can see, we're kind of booking along on a narrow dirt road here. The computer is trying to identify the edges of the road, and the radars are going off saying that there's objects in the way, but I've had no opportunity to use Autopilot yet. Let's see if the cruise control should go. Yep, cruise control is no problem. And this road is, I can see that this road is getting more narrow. But the computer certainly does not want to engage the Autopilot. We've been going for well over a kilometer now. Check out how narrow this road is. I've definitely used Autopilot on highways where it's a little bit wider, but this But the car certainly does not want to use autopilot on this narrow dirt road. I think we've discovered some of the limitations of Tesla's autopilot. So there you have it. Autopilot has no trouble working on 2-lane backcountry roads in a rural area. But going onto a dirt road with no center line, the computer does not want to do it at all. So that's it for today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. And thank you all for continuing to doing the stuff with the liking and the subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I'll say thank you very much, and we'll see you later.